You wake up in a temperature-controlled room. Your alarm tells you exactly when to stand up. Food is waiting a few steps away. Messages from people on the other side of the planet can reach you instantly. Everything feels normal. But the real answer is far stranger. Because almost every part of your daily life was built for a human being that doesn't really exist. The strange part is that your body doesn't know that. Your brain doesn't know it either. Why would it? For nearly all of human history, you lived in a completely different world. Not a world with cars and screens and electric lights. A world of uncertainty. A world of small groups. A world where every sound in the darkness mattered. The human body that carries you through modern life was designed there. Not here. That creates a problem. A very strange problem. You wake up every morning carrying ancient software inside a completely new environment. And the gap between those two worlds explains far more about your life than most people realize. Think about hunger. You probably don't need to search very hard for food. You can order a meal in minutes. You can walk into a store and find thousands of calories waiting on shelves. Yet your brain still reacts to sugar and fat as if they were rare treasures. Why? Because for your ancestors, they were. Finding calorie-dense food could mean surviving a harsh season. Missing those calories could mean death. Natural selection rewarded brains that became excited when valuable food appeared. The problem is that the reward system stayed the same while the environment transformed around it. What once helped survival now often pushes excess. The brain is not broken. It is simply ancient. The same pattern appears everywhere. Consider anxiety. Many people think anxiety is evidence that something has gone wrong. But anxiety is often the opposite. It is evidence that a survival system is doing exactly what it evolved to do. Thousands of years ago, failing to notice danger could be fatal. Hearing movement in the bushes and assuming it was nothing carried risks. Assuming danger when there wasn't any was usually cheaper. The cautious human often survived. The careless human sometimes didn't. So your nervous system learned a simple rule. Better safe than sorry. That rule helped your ancestors. Today it can make your heart race before an email. It can keep you awake before an exam. It can make a social interaction feel larger than it really is. The situation changed. The machinery remained. Researchers such as Daniel Kahneman spent decades studying how human thinking relies on quick mental shortcuts. Those shortcuts evolved because they worked well enough in uncertain environments. They were not designed for perfect accuracy. They were designed for survival. And survival is a very different goal. The same ancient design influences your attention. Look around a crowded room. What captures your eyes first? Usually movement. Usually faces. Usually signs of emotion. Your brain automatically prioritizes information that mattered during human evolution. You do not consciously choose this. The system operates beneath awareness. Long before cities existed, noticing a facial expression could reveal friendship, danger, cooperation, or conflict. Missing those signals could carry consequences. Today you may scroll through a screen filled with information, yet your attention still follows ancient rules written long before technology arrived. Even your friendships reveal this hidden history. Human beings are remarkably social creatures. That is not an accident. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar became famous for exploring the relationship between brain size and social group limits. His work suggested that humans may be best adapted for maintaining relationships within groups far smaller than the audiences many people encounter online. Yet modern technology places thousands of faces, opinions, and interactions within reach every day. Your brain tries to process them using systems that evolved for villages, families, and close communities. No wonder social life can sometimes feel overwhelming. You are attempting something evolution never rehearsed. Sleep provides another clue. For most of human history, darkness meant something very different than it means today. Night limited activity. Artificial light barely existed. Then electricity arrived. Suddenly the sun stopped controlling human schedules. Your biology never received the update. Researchers studying circadian rhythms have repeatedly shown how light influences sleep patterns. The body still responds to environmental signals shaped by ancient conditions. You may feel tired at odd times. You may struggle to sleep after staring at bright screens. The mismatch is not mysterious. An old biological clock is negotiating with a very new world. The story becomes even stranger when you look at stress. Imagine two situations. In the first, a predator appears nearby. In the second, an important deadline approaches. Your body often responds to both with surprisingly similar biological reactions. Heart rate rises. Stress hormones increase. Attention narrows. The body prepares for action. Yet one challenge lasts minutes. The other may last weeks. Evolution prepared humans for immediate threats. Modern life often delivers abstract ones. Your body cannot always distinguish the difference. The result is a system that sometimes stays activated longer than it was designed to. Psychologist Robert Sapolsky has written extensively about this phenomenon. Humans possess the unique ability to worry about things that are not physically present. That ability helps planning. It also creates new forms of stress. Ancient machinery. Modern problems. The pattern repeats again and again. Even boredom tells a story. You might think boredom is a flaw, but imagine an ancestor sitting still while opportunities appeared elsewhere. Food might be available. New information might exist. A better shelter might be discovered. A tendency toward curiosity carried advantages. Humans who explored often learned. Humans who learned often survived. Today, that same drive competes with endless streams of stimulation. Notifications, videos, messages, updates. The environment changed faster than the instincts driving attention. What feels like a personal weakness is often an ancient adaptation meeting modern abundance. Then there's status. Humans care about status far more than they usually admit. A promotion matters. Recognition matters. Respect matters. Why? Because social standing once influenced access to resources, cooperation, and support. In small groups, reputation could affect survival itself. Your brain still tracks these signals, not because it wants luxury, because it evolved in environments where social position carried real consequences. Modern status symbols may be different. The emotional circuitry remains familiar. This helps explain why criticism can hurt, why praise can feel powerful, why comparison is so difficult to escape. The brain treats social information as important because, for most of human history, it truly was. Perhaps the most surprising example involves happiness itself. Many people assume happiness is the default state humans were meant to achieve permanently. Evolution suggests something different. Natural selection does not optimize for happiness. It optimizes for survival and reproduction. Those goals sometimes overlap. They are not identical. A permanently satisfied human might stop pursuing opportunities. A human who occasionally wants more may continue exploring, learning, and adapting. This does not mean happiness is impossible. It means happiness was never the primary objective of evolution. That realization changes the question. Instead of asking why you're not happy all the time, it may be more useful to ask why you expect it to be. The answer often comes from misunderstanding what the brain was built to do. Scientists such as Sarah HRDY have highlighted the importance of cooperation in human evolution. Humans survived not because they were the strongest animals. They survived because they worked together, because they shared information, because they cared for one another, because they built relationships. That ancient reality still echoes through modern life. You feel better when connected to others. You often struggle when isolated. The emotional response is not random. It is history speaking through biology. Every day, invisible evolutionary forces shape your experiences. They influence what scares you, what attracts you, what distracts you, what motivates you, what comforts you. Most of the time, you never notice. The systems operate quietly beneath awareness. Yet once you recognize them, ordinary life begins to look different. The urge to check your phone, The appeal of sweet food, the discomfort of rejection, the power of belonging, the difficulty of resting, the attraction to novelty. None of these appeared from nowhere. Each one carries traces of ancient environments and ancient challenges. You are not a modern machine. You are an ancient human navigating a modern world. And that realization can be surprisingly freeing, because many struggles stop looking like personal failures. They start looking like predictable consequences of an evolutionary mismatch. The goal is not to fight your humanity. The goal is to understand it, to recognize where your instincts help, to recognize where they misfire, to understand why certain habits feel effortless while others feel difficult. You are carrying the past into the present every second of every day. Every heartbeat reflects it. Every emotion reflects it. Every decision reflects it. The modern world often feels new. Your brain is not. Your body is not. The deepest parts of you were shaped by countless generations who never saw a smartphone, never entered a supermarket, never switched on a light, and never imagined the world you now inhabit. Yet they helped build the mind inside your skull. That ancient inheritance follows you everywhere. Into offices, into schools, into cities, into relationships, into every quiet moment of your life. You wake up in a temperature-controlled room, and now the scene looks different, because what feels like an ordinary morning is actually a meeting between two worlds. A modern environment built with astonishing speed, and an ancient human still trying to understand it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to see all the latest updates. See you next time.